Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my class. I, Dr. Swati Pandya, welcomes you. We are continuing the chapter 2, Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants. Today we are discussing about outbreeding devices. Let us see what are outbreeding devices. What are the requirements? Majority of flowering plants produce hermaphrodite flowers. Means pistil and stamen, they are found both in the same flower. And pollens are likely to come in contact with stigma of the same flower. But continued self-pollination can result in inbreeding depressions. So, flowering plants have developed many devices to discourage this thing, self-pollination, and to encourage cross-pollination. So this is our aim, how the plants they discourage self-pollination and encourages cross-pollination. So this thing we have to keep in our mind. So certain features are there which are preferred for encouraging cross-pollination. What are they? Let us discuss. In some species, pollen release and stigma receptivity are not synchronized. Last time we have seen when they are synchronized, then at the same time they can pollinate each other. So here pollen release and stigma receptivity, they are not synchronized, they are at different time. Either the pollen is released before the stigma becomes receptive, or stigma becomes receptive much before than the release of pollens. So these variations they are seen, that is why it can avoid the self-pollination mechanism. Secondly, in some other species, anther and stigma are placed at different positions. So different positions, there are little chances for the avoidance so that pollen cannot come in contact with stigma of the same flower. Both these devices prevent autogamy. Third device to prevent inbreeding is self-incompatibility. Self-incompatibility, actually this is the genetic mechanism which prevents self-pollen from the fertilizing the ovules by inhibiting pollen germination or pollen tube growth in the pistil. Fourth device, another device to prevent self-pollination is production of unisexual flowers. Production of unisexual flowers. Here, in both male and female flowers are present. Here both male and female flowers are present on the same plant, like in castor and maize. So actually monoecious they are, and they prevent autogamy but not geitonogamy. These terms we have discussed earlier sessions. Lastly, in several other species like in papaya, male and female flowers are present on different plants. That is, each plant is either male plant or female plant. And this condition prevents both autogamy as well as geitonogamy. Let us discuss about the next slide, which is showing artificial hybridization. Hybridization is a little bit different term, and here the mixing of features, mixing of characters, in this way we can define it. This is one of the experimental technique. It is one of the major approach of crop improvement programs. In such crossing experiment, it is important to make sure that only the desired pollen of our interest is known as desired pollen. So here only desired pollen grains are used for pollination, and the stigma is protected from contamination. What do you mean by contamination here? Here contamination means we are avoiding the plant from unwanted pollen which are of not our use. They are known as the other pollens of not desired characters. And this is achieved by two things, two mechanisms. First is emasculation and another is bagging techniques. So here both the techniques are discussed. First, we will understand about emasculation. If the female parent bears bisexual flowers, then only the anthers they are removed from the floral bud. In bud condition only the anthers they are removed before the anther dehisces, and this can be achieved by using a pair of forceps. Here it is easily shown in the picture how the forceps, these are pollens, and how the pollens stamens they are removed with the help of forceps. In other diagram also, this is the line diagram which is showing the same process. These are pollens. In this anthers, the pollens they are produced and the whole structure that is removed with the help of forceps. Another technique is bagging. After emasculation is done, now the flowers they are known as emasculated flower. We have already completed the removal of stamen part. So they are known as emasculated flowers. Now they have to be covered with a bag of suitable size. Generally this bag is made up of either butter paper. Here you can observe this, either this butter paper bag or a cloth can also be used, just to prevent the contamination of the stigma with unwanted pollens. So this process is known as bagging. So first of all emasculation is done and then bagging is done. Now when the stigma of bagged flower attains receptivity, then only the mature pollens which we have already emasculated, they are dusted on stigma and then the flowers are again rebagged. They are packed again. So this is a very unique technique. So two things we have discussed today: the outbreeding devices and artificial hybridization. I hope you enjoyed this process. These are new techniques. It can be utilized in the application part. So hope you enjoyed this session. Again, meet you with a new topic. Till then, goodbye.